Hi, everybody. One film that we reviewed in 2023 was Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Dark Tower and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. One film that we reviewed in 2023, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Ator 4, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, and Blades. Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, the film called Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, Jaws parody, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, Quest for the Mighty Sword. That film called Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: That Piece of... Anyway. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Alien from LA, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4. That film called Blades. Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another thing that we reviewed in 2023, A Furry Little Christmas, Alien from LA, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Troll 3, That Film, Troma's Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and that piece of junk Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now on with the review. It's real snow out here, folks. You know what this movie needed? James Franco.
No.
If it did, then it would have had a 69% rating on Rotten Tomatoes as opposed to a 63%. Thus critically, The Night Before, according to critics, is the superior movie to a film where saving the town is the plot.
Mm-hmm. I still like this movie a lot better than The Night Before. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, did I imply I liked The Night Before?
No, you did not. You did not talk about the movie much. You jabbed at it a lot. So, if we could just review this movie, that would be great. Please.
One thing I do want to say, Miley Cyrus could have been in this movie, because Dolly was
Is her
in,
godmother.
well, not only that, well, yeah, but Dolly was also in, was on Hannah Montana and in the Miley Cyrus New Year's Eve
Hi, Coco,
special
everyone.
with Pete Davidson.
Mm.
So anyway, in this movie, Christine Baranski is she's pretty much Mrs. Scrooge.
She's trying to make money,
Well,
all
I
because
get the
she's
feeling
blaming her
I
father.
get the feeling she has money. She
Oh, she
just wants
does.
more money.
Right. Um, Her father was the mayor. He started the city way back when, and she didn't want any part of the city. Her father, nothing. And then Dolly Parton, I didn't.
I
She was an angel, but I didn't realize she was the.
literally
Yeah, she was the angel to her father.
wait. Was that Dolly Parton or was that Melissa Villaseñor?
Stop it.
You know. Okay. Side note:
Mm.
Dolly Parton loved that impression of her,
Good.
so that's why I said it.
Okay. Thank you.
So, she's an angel, literally, in more ways than one. Um,
And
I was thinking in this movie she was gonna be like Mrs. Claus or something.
I thought she was going to be more like Scrooge the way it went on.
No, Dolly Parton.
Oh, Dolly Parton. No, because she was an angel. She wasn't like Mrs.
Well, you knew
Claus.
she was an angel. I didn't get that until a little bit later when she said she was an angel.
Well, she kept popping in and out, you know,
Yeah, and Santa Claus doesn't
with
have that
fairy
power.
dust. Well, whatever.
We did see Santa Claus
But
1 and 2.
we never saw Mrs. Claus pop in and out, right? I don't know.
Hollywood make that movie, or maybe there isn't. Okay, now I need to look up a
Oh.
Mrs. Claus the movie.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Everything she goes through.
anyway,
Oh,
in
my
this, Christine
glasses off for a
Baranski
little
wants
bit.
to. Here, give me a.
No, just please, let's go.
Christine Baranski wants to pretty much bulldoze the entire town and houses so that way she can so that way she can sell the land to build a mall.
Well, she's not going to build it. Who was it? Wigwam? No. What?
Wigwam, that's
No. What was the name of the mall coming in? Kikchi something. It sounded Indian. I don't remember. This took place in Kansas, I think.
uh okay, what's a safe word to say? Say
Okay.
Black Bear Mall. That I think is appropriate.
Okay. So anyway, the whole town.
No, it's
She was
wait, it's Dolly Parton. Call it the Butterfly Mall. There, now no one
okay.
will be offended.
Okay, so what it is she is giving everybody eviction notices, and
Even
the ones that had the stores were getting a check,
mm-hmm.
a handsome check.
But what's funny and oh, by the way, this is a musical.
Yeah. I didn't think it was until you started to see the choreographer, the music and songs by,
I think
and
by the
directed by, and
I think by the third song, within 15 minutes, we kind of got the idea it was going to be a musical.
yeah.
But you didn't like Nudist Colony of the Dead,
No, I didn't.
which was also a musical, and you complained
Why
about
are
that.
you putting these bad films in with a film that was uplifting?
Nudist Colony of the Dead had some funny jokes.
It wasn't very uplifting. Okay, can we just focus on this? It's towards
Okay.
the end of the year. We end on a happy note.
It is the end. It is almost the end of the year. We're gonna take the week. We're gonna take next week off. So anyway, we find out we kind of like we understand why the town doesn't like her. We don't. We never really understood. We just thought she was like a cold-hearted woman or a cold-hearted witch or
whatever. Yeah, they called her the Middle
That's
Witch. She wasn't the witch to
no,
the
the Wicked
east.
Witch of the Middle.
Right. She was a witch, okay? She wasn't the Wicked Witch of the East or the Wicked Witch of the West.
That's not what that daughter said.
She was the Wicked Witch
Something
of the
else.
Middle. Whatever.
So anyway, then we find out more. We find out more of her backstory as to why she left, why she's sad, why she's upset. Stuff about her father.
Stuff
Um,
about the boy that she liked
yeah, her high
in high
school
school.
crush.
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah.
it a high?
Yeah.
Was it high
It was.
school or was it just like some
It was a high.
80s shindig?
It was a high school dance before Christmas. Remember?
Okay.
And she got her heart broken, but she misunderstood the situation. So
Yeah, we both kind of like understood what was gonna happen, and I was like, "Is this gonna happen?" You were like, "Yeah." Then she gets pregnant,
yeah, by this other dude.
and this other dude, like, by the time she was pregnant, so after about 9 months, he was already with some other chick.
Gone.
I imagine that might hurt you when you're trying to date other women if your last girlfriend was pregnant. But anyway.
Well, if you don't tell them. Anyway.
And then when after she has the kid, the father takes the kid and goes outside the hospital room, and I'm curious, did she think that he killed the baby?
She didn't know what he did. He put it up for adoption.
Yeah, but she said, like, after that happened, she got angry at him, never spoke to him again, and just
Right,
left.
because he
So
took her baby boy. She could never see him again. She was not told where he was. So then she just grew very angry at her dad. You know? She was
okay.
a high school girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Um. What? I don't know what that noise was.
Okay.
Um.
Mr. Kenzie's down here.
We're not gonna necessarily spoil everything, although.
There is an angel in training that is for her angel,
Mm-hmm.
Baranski.
There are quote unquote cliches and tropes in this, but what can elevate a movie with tropes is casting, acting, writing, humor, music in this case, and if it makes you feel good.
Mhm.
This has all of that.
Yeah, a lot of soul, a lot of church music.
I felt like with this though I could have used more Dolly Parton, but it's mainly because I've seen her in a couple of movies, and every single one of her movies I like her in it, and well, I'm surprised I don't have. I'm gonna get them eventually, like 9 to 5, Rhinestone, Joyful Noise.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I ever see Joyful Noise?
You would probably enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
It has Queen Latifah.
Ah.
Um,
And not Whoopi.
Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah.
That's a hint for February, folks.
Oh, it is? Oh, February month. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, you can probably see where some things end up at, but what is that? Do you remember that? I'm gonna reference this movie, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Do you remember that? What was it? Get Up? That song near the end?
Get up and move or something?
Where there was that guy, the singer, who was like making things happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Dolly Parton kind of does that during a bit and during one of the songs, and there's one part with Christine Baranski and a girl at a bar.
Little girl. Yep.
Well, I didn't want to spoil that part.
Oh.
And
her dad was at a meeting.
At the meeting, yeah.
I didn't know how far you wanted to go.
If you watch this moment and feel nothing,
Hmm.
yeah, I'd suggest therapy.
Oh, come on.
I'd suggest therapy and
People feel what they feel.
maybe a
Okay?
CAT scan.
Stop it.
If you don't feel anything from that
Oh
story,
my
you are
gosh.
you are stone cold and not the good one.
Everybody has their own feelings, okay? It was a touching moment
Hmm.
when the little girl was acting as a bartender. She had her chocolate milk.
Yeah.
She poured a drink for her, and yeah.
Apparently, this is based on a play, I think, that Dali wrote.
I don't know.
I think it is.
Okay.
And if that's the case, Netflix, I want to see you do adaptations of some of Dali's theme park shows. Like I would love to see an adaptation of Twas because I need to know why you're the the story is already depressing, but I want to see it just to see like how depressing it is. In the play Twas, it's about a little sister who uh like her big wish to Santa is that her brother comes over for Christmas, and when Drew saw that, it made him feel like a terrible son because he hadn't been home for Christmas in like 5 years. So immediately
Hmm.
afterwards, he booked a flight on like JetBlue, I think, to go to his parents because he felt like such a bad son.
Hmm. Wow.
Hmm.
That is something. Okay. Did you like the movie overall? Do you pick it as
I don't know if
a
it was the funniest movie we've
Sunday
seen.
matinee or whatever?
It's on Netflix, so yeah, if you have Netflix, you definitely should watch this movie. Unless you hate Dolly Parton, then what is wrong with you? Um,
Because it's a feel good movie.
hmm
It's Christmas time.
hmm
You get dancing, you get singing, you get a plot that goes all the way through,
hmm
and it starts out her being harsh, and that's why I thought of a little bit like Scrooge or the Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I looked.
But it didn't go fully as that story, so you should watch this and
Hmm
find out how it's different.
I don't know if it was the funniest movie we reviewed this year. I would argue maybe Sisters is a little funnier than this movie.
You mean this month or whatever?
Both this month and this year. Like,
Okay.
I wonder.
I thought the Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston murder mystery thingy was
I think.
okay too.
What about the Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot Red Notice movie?
Oh yeah.
That one was also pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say this movie was a good note to end on.
Yep. A feel good note. Yep. Definitely. If you get the chance and you have a couple hours, I think it was less than 2 hours.
It
Go
was
ahead, watch
yeah,
it.
it was like an hour and 30 some minutes, and like the last 2 minutes are like credits.
Mm, okay. But it's worth it.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break.
Yep.
My
Have a
my head is getting warm.
have a cup of hot cocoa and watch the movie.
So that means we need to give a tease for 2024. You know what? I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Here, 1 second. Hold on. Talk for a second.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what the movies are next year yet.
I don't know exactly. I'm trying to think. What's a movie that we could review next year? I'm trying to think. What's a movie? You know what? I'll be back and let you know when as soon as I think of something.
Okay.
Yes, people, that one.
Take care. Keep warm.
Oh, would you suggest this movie?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.